15 years.
Okay, well, how many? You still talking the same shit. You feel me? Still talking the same shit.
Hey, man,
So
you got to take that.
Let me talk, my nigga. Let me talk.
Listen.
Let me talk,
I don't want to talk. I'm through talking. It's your turn to do the song.
That's
what
right,
gonna
that's
do?
right, that's right.
Are we going to do some music or
I'll tell you what.
That nigga ass in the dirt.
I tell you what.
Smoking on Pookie Load tonight.
I tell you what. This how we gonna do this.
Send some more. I'm going to send them the same way. In a box back to you.
Are you doing too
Free
much
kill.
talking?
Free
Come on,
kill.
Man. I tell you what, though.
Don't debate me. Don't, like it ain't really debatable, man. Snow. Let's not act like y'all ain't see this, man. Shout out to Snow, man. It's a good battle, man. You know, but there was a level of discipline and grown man shit that Jeezy exhibited that only comes when you're a grown man. You know? There was a level of grown manism that man exhibited tonight, man, that only comes when you're a grown man. You know, no bullshitting. Yeah, you know, I'm glad that Jeezy did that, man. We find ourselves in situations, you know, where it's either your ego or your common sense. You know, and it's like Jeezy looked at it and said, bro, we've been doing this shit for 20 years. I lost one of my partners. You lost your freedom. We could keep losing people, but what is it causing? We got these young boys killing each other. You know, we got these young boys out here killing each other because they following examples that we showed. We can show them something different right now. I'm going to show them something different. You know, he said, I'm going to show him something different. He said, I'm going to really show him something different, man. And he stepped up, and it was a grown man move, and you know, for me, it was nothing but respect, man. I don't understand how anybody could not respect. You know? Nah, they ain't talk that out backstage. He ain't talk that out. That was, you know what I'm saying? Like, I respect, how could I say it? I appreciate Gucci Mane for what he brings as, he's raw. You know what I mean? Like, what you gonna get from Gucci Mane is that he's raw. You know what I'm saying? He's who he is. He ain't trying to act like he's somebody he ain't. And you respect it. But there's a level of maturity that I don't believe he's reached yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't believe that he's reached a level of maturity yet. And I pray he do, man, because that could have went left. You know, you in there talking about somebody. I mean, it's a level of maturity he got to get to, man. You know. And I hope he get there, man, because a lot of times our ego is supersede our intelligence, man. So I just wanted to say that. That's right. It's morals, values, and principles for me, man. That's what makes you an MVP. Morals, values, and principles. I mean, I respect Gucci for playing his music, I guess. I mean, play your music, I guess. I ain't mad at you, but, you know, it wasn't even, for me, it wasn't the music. Because you played a song, you made a song, you trying to win the battle, you know, these are songs for the, but it's the after the music. It's the, send somebody else, you're going to dig somebody else up. You know, it's like, what are you talking about, bro? That shit happened 20 years ago. You still on that? You know, that wasn't grown man shit for me. Like, it wasn't the music and the songs. You know, it's the afterwards. Yeah, you gonna dig somebody else up. This and that. What about what? What are you talking about, bro? You know, what was he talking about? Yeah, I mean, you holding ill will. You still holding ill will by somebody trying to kill you. And I get it. But you got, at some point, you gonna let that control you for 20 plus years? You still here, beloved. I'm a hold on to a nigga trying to do something to me for 20 plus years? Yeah, I'm glad that they came together at the end too, Leslie. How you doing? You know? So I hope that's a lesson, man. I hope it's a lesson, man. That man showed a level of intellect, a level of energy, a level of maturity, and he used that for a teachable moment. He used that to be a teachable moment. He didn't allow his emotions to supersede his intelligence. You know what I'm saying? That's grown man shit. That's gangster. When you don't allow somebody else's emotions to supersede your intelligence and dictate how you move, that's when you gangster. You're not gangster when a man can say something to you and do something to you and force you to make an action based on what he says. You understand what I'm saying? If a man can do something to dictate your reactions, then he controls you. So when he says and does some shit to get a reaction from you and you don't give it to him, or you give him something completely different than he expected, that's when you're in control. That's when you gangster. That's when you have completely controlled the situation. Don't allow no niggas to pull you out your comfort zones. Don't allow words and stupid shit to get you out of your comfort zone and have you out there risking your freedom. I was faced with a situation this week, and I had to retract myself. I felt like I was right. I know I was right. I felt like I'm on the right, but this and that, and my ego was getting involved, and I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna allow my ego. I did too much work. I did too much shit to recover from that, from allowing my ego to control my actions. I've done way too much to allow somebody to put me in a situation where I jeopardize my family and my freedom. I'm not going to allow that because they're not worth that. They're not worth me jeopardizing my freedom and my family for anybody. I put all this work in. I'm out here trying to fight for people's rights and fight for Black Lives Matter, and I'm going to allow somebody else's actions to put me in a situation where I jeopardize mine and everything that I accomplished. I'd be a new fool if you see me on the news. Oh, my son did this to somebody. He caught up in some shit with some dude, because over his ego. Y'all be laughing like crazy, like this man is crazy, man. So I had to retract. It's not easy. I'm gonna tell you right now, it's not no easy shit to take your emotions and your ego out of a situation. It's not the easiest thing in the world. It's very hard, especially when your emotions and your ego and all those things are things that you lived off all your life. Good night, Iski. It's really hard to have that level of discipline. And I had to look deep in myself and say, man, is this worth it? You got people that's willing to kill and die for you. You got people that's gonna ride with you and ready to move soon as you make a word. So what kind of friend, leader, general, all these things would you be if you put their lives and their freedom and their families in jeopardy because you moving off emotions or you dealing with your ego? What kind of man would you be? I believe me, I thought about it. I thought about it hard. Like, man, I'm not letting you niggas play with me and this and that. And I said to myself, what do I gain? I do something to somebody, I go to jail, I lose my life, I take a life, I do something. How does it really benefit me? Like what is the upside for me? And I realized it was none. You know, it was not, man. It's about growth and development. It's understanding who you are and what you are, and what really matters to you. You know, got to realize what really matters to you, man, and make decisions according to what really matters to you. You know, so that's why I wanted to come out and shout out Snow. You know, I know it was hard for him to hear that his partner was killed, and this man talking like it's nothing. It was a lot. It took. You know what it took for a nigga to look like, bro? I'm not even going. That's 20 years ago, man. I'm not gonna allow you to take over my life. I'm not gonna allow you to take care of my life because of my ego. I'm not gonna let my ego dictate how you jeopardize my family and everything I've accomplished. 20 years for 20 years over some bullshit. No, I'm not gonna let that happen. You know? So shout out to them, man. Shout out to Jeezy. Shout out to Gucci. I hope Gucci get to a level of maturity and discipline, man, where his emotions don't supersede his intelligence, man. You know? It's very dangerous. Because none of us is the toughest person in the world. And, you know, and one of the laws of power is never insult or disrespect, you know, the wrong person, because you don't know how they will react. You never know how that person reacts, man. So, all I say is this, man. It was a teachable moment, and he taught tonight, man. And I hope somebody learned. I hope you young kings out here, you know, out here doing whatever you're doing in the streets, you learned something tonight, man. It's easy to react. Trouble is the easiest thing to get into, the hardest thing to get out of, man. You know, you react, you shoot somebody, stab somebody, you hurt somebody. It's easy. Try to get out of that. Try to get your ass out of that after you do it. It's going to be a cold day in hell, champ. So allow your intellect over emotions all the time, man. Salute.
I tell you what, my nigga, I tell you what, it go like this. When I extended the invitation, I did it as a real man. You feel me? Because
And
I said,
told you
hold on,
straight
let
off
me-
the
let me-
dribble.
let me-
I told you off the dribble, nigga, we can't do nothing if it ain't street. If I can't perform the
Okay,
truth, we
it's all
can't do
good.
it.
It's all
So,
good, but let me
hey,
say
man.
my piece. Let me say my piece.
Take off.
Let me say my piece. It's like this, bro. I extended my hand because I'm a real man. And the shit we came from in the street, dog, you seen it, we've been through it, dog. 20 years. 20 years. And when I said I wanted to do this shit for the culture, that's what I wanted to do, nigga. I brought you here to show you the world care about what the fuck we got going on, because we are the culture. You feel me? Me and you. Where we came